Hello, hello, welcome guys. Come on in. Who's ready to plan for July and create an amazing plan so we know everything is coming at us and have a good idea of how to tackle everything and make sure our goals get accomplished. Okay, guys, we are going to dive right on in. Welcome. I hope everyone has the template. It is in the description if you haven't already gotten it. Grab that and we'll get started. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on in and just get some planning done. So speaking of the template, it is a 4-page document. We have our ordinary world, which this one has all those basic information that we need to track, things that we want to make sure are going to happen, that we don't want to forget, the important tasks that we've kind of been thinking about but haven't gotten around to, and a nice little calendar there that works both for the calendar to give you the dates of the month and where everything lays out. Hey Rita, welcome. And also allows you to cross off those days that you don't intend to work. So we can do some calculations. Okay, guys, the middle are the same 2 pages technically because we have 6 goals to deal with here. 1 big goal, 2 medium goals, and 3 small goals. And then finally our itinerary. This is kind of my favorite page because this allows us to break it all down and know week by week what we're going to tackle. And what that looks like, what that feels like. Hey Felicia, hello, how's it going, hon? Okay, guys. So, picture this. The protagonist, you, stands in a place of discontent, longing for something. Close your eyes. What world do you see? What are you doing? Who is beside you? What do you feel? What do you value? What matters to you? Name it all. Give shape to this world you hope to create. We have a nice little box here. I know it's not very large, but this is going to allow you to just take a moment to figure out what it is that you're looking for. It's not so big that it's a huge journaling space. I do recommend journaling to figure out what your true goals are and the things that you want to do. Here's just kind of pinpointing a vision for yourself for basically the next 30, 60, 90 days, just to kind of see which direction you're heading in and just making those changes as we go. So I will give you guys 2 minutes to start. Felicia, doing well. How are you? Very good. Thank you, hon. Okay, guys, so let's take our 2 minutes and figure out what we are heading toward on that smaller scale. Or you can do big scale too as well. It's whatever you kind of feel like. The first time I did it, I went very big. And ever since I've kind of been trimming it back a little bit. So it's kind of more like I said, about 2-3 months, just some little changes that I'm seeing that I'm trying to create. And go. Okay, what did you guys come up with? Mine ended up being a little more, well, actually, I mean, there's a little lot to it, but I mean, this could be something that could happen next month, maybe 2 months, even maybe 6 months, but definitely a vision for my DE business and just and my own writing and just sort of a little moment in time captured of sitting down with a client and discussing their book that was really enjoyable, but at the same time be able to help them make it better. And also at the same time having that little sales ding of when I run my own books. So it's just that nice vision of the future. It's a very simple image, but it's one that really empowers me. Mary, hello. Hopping in a little late. That's okay. It's all good. Rita, I would love to hold my paperback of Lear before the end of the year, and maybe Nexus 2, family time with granddaughter and her parents. Continue with all the balance in my life. Beautiful. Love that. Very nice. The balance. Yes, the balance. Okay, guys, stage 1 is the ordinary world. We are certainly in that page. The picture of this is kind of that more long-range thinking a little bit. Short, long, I'm not sure how to call that. Because I understand the concept of the 5-year plan. My life has never been that, I shouldn't say that. My life is stable. But I do have a special needs daughter, so long range plans tend to be something that doesn't always resonate with me. I know where I want to go, but at the same time, putting it down on paper has always been one of those things where I know I should do it. 5 years is a long time, right? And at the same time, it isn't, right? So I should just do it and stop thinking about it. Okay, guys, so this is our page 1. This is all about the ordinary world. Characters have to change. Change is uncomfortable, but without it, nothing can be different. And we're all here because we want more for ourselves. We have dreams and we want to start taking steps to make them a reality. But we still have to do the laundry. So true, right, guys? The ordinary world is filled with distractions that we can't ignore. But if we know what is coming at us, we can take back some control. And that's what we're doing here today. We are taking back some control. So the first one we have is major conflicts. This is your breaks in routine. This can be vacations, which are summer, more than likely. Holidays, we have Canada Day on July 1st. We have our American friends have the 4th of July. And we have another provincial holiday coming in August. That one's a little calmer, though. Canada Day, I will probably interrupt my normal life to go and have some fun. I have a daughter's birthday that I get to celebrate in August, and I do love to spoil that girl, so always have. So any surgeries that might be coming up, conferences interrupt flow. They also bring in lots of material to work from, but they do interrupt flow, and they will interrupt your routine, and they will make it so that you are not as focused and centered, because your brain is going to be full of amazing information, and it's going to be hard to sit down and write. It really is. Hey, Matthew, welcome. And if you have renovations, this is another one that if you have renovations planned, and we've all done it, and we think, oh, we could just work around the mess. We can work around the noise. It's very distracting. So what is your plan for that? Do you have to have any projects done in advance of this so that you don't have to worry about them and they're on your plate, off your plate, I should say, because you don't want them there when you can't be working at your maximum best when someone is drilling or hammering or cutting wood or drywall or whatever. If there's dust in the area, you're going to be distracted. So if there's anything like that, so let's take a quick 2 minutes and see if there's anything in your life that is coming up that you feel that you would like to basically take note of so you can get ahead of and go. Okay. Did you guys come up with anything? Mine ended up being for my daughter's birthday because I know me and I know I'm going to go overboard. So if I have a plan, I can make this go a little easier. Plus, I have to reserve our clubhouse from our community. So, because I refuse to have that many girls in my house. Yeah. I am a person who likes my space and I like my things where they are. So we rent our clubhouse in the middle of our townhouse complex because that makes me happy. So that means I have to get on that because I have to get a date chosen and I need to get that reserved so we get the weekend that we want. All right, guys, important dates. This one's pretty straightforward. These are your events, birthdays, appointments, and commitments. Note your travel time, your action steps, your prep, your confirmation, and any paperwork that you have to do. E.g. for the paperwork. Let's see. I do have a couple notes I have to add to that one, though. So I'm going to put an asterisk next to that one. That one I cannot forget. Rita, I will be babysitting 8 days over the month of July. Well, that's not too bad. You will have lots of writing time. That is excellent. All right, guys, let's get that. Oops. Come on, mouse. Play nice. Let's get our 2-minute timer up. So you will see on the section here, you've got a place for what it is, the date, the start and end time, and just a small little section for any notes. Usually those are the most important things, is the time and the date, but any extra little notes you want to put for yourself. Rita, maybe a few days with my son and his family, date undecided. Hey, I hope you guys get to spend as much time together as possible. That beautiful newborn. Okay, guys, 2 minutes and go. Okay. It's actually a pretty light month for me. I'm quite happy. The craziness of Special Olympics stuff is over. Um, she's already registered for next year's classes. Next year's. Um, Fall and spring classes. Let's put it that way. That's how they do it. They don't start it in winter, which would be nice if they did, because then I could just do a whole year plan. But that's okay. And we don't have too much. Just a few things that are. Most of it is pretty normal, and most of it's for the youngest, and she gets to navigate most of that all by herself. I don't have to worry about it. I love it. Let's see. The next part is we have our important tasks. So these are bigger tasks. This isn't like when we do our weekly. This is like bigger, like decluttering type things and house projects and exercise plan, your deep cleaning. If you have any big bills or taxes, like we just, ours for July 2nd is our property taxes. I've already done them. The grant is in. I've already set them to bed, but I know a lot of people who will leave it to the last minute. So get that done, get that out of the way. Yeah, we have Double Down Day. We also have our virtual writing retreat in July on 19th to the 21st. The question is, did I write that down? Maybe I did not. There. Make sure I have that written down. Any tax preparation that you might have to be doing. Let's see. Rita, Double Down Day, writing retreat, paint rocking event at the library. I'm taking the kids, so I decided to host a program. Oh, I love that. Congrats. That's awesome. Mary, I get the day off work for the 4th, but not the weekend, surprisingly. My bestie's birthday is the 14th. The last day of work for the semester is the 24th. Sweet. Okay, guys, let's take a quick 2 minutes and figure out what those bigger picture tasks are we want to get done, and go. Hey, Angela. Hey, Rita and Felicia. I've seen you ladies somewhere else today. Love it. How you doing, hon? Have missed your lives. Hey, that's okay. Life happens. We know this. This is why we plan. Okay, guys. We are going to get into the at a glance calendar. This is for figuring out what days you're unable to or not planning to work this month, and simply cross them off. This is just one of those simpler ones that we're going to do, and it just gives kind of an overview. There's some things that I cross off, even though I know I'll probably get a little bit of writing done. I probably won't be doing any of the other things that I'm doing. So I give them a cross off, even that, and then if I get to, that's great, right? Let's see. The author to writers conference has been fun. I caught 3 things yesterday, and I enjoyed them all immensely. But I didn't get to catch them all. But you know what? That's what replays are for. I will get to them. Let's see. Mildred, the last few ties. A big running day was planned for HP sprints. I've had family events that I've had to attend, so we be adding double down dates such as the replays. Oh, perfect. Okay, guys, let's take a quick 2 minutes and hit that small little calendar there and just cross off the days that you are unable or not willing or not planning to work this month and go. Doing. It's underline. Non-negotiables. Also be. Okay, I ended up with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 days that I probably won't be working, or I'll be working light. So that might mean I'll squeeze in a little writing somewhere, or like late night writing or something like that. But all my regular stuff that I do will not be happening. And I have a few non-negotiable days that are going for sure be working days. We have Double Down Day on the 6th. We have the virtual writing retreat on the 19th, 20th, and 21st. And we have our August Double Down Day on the 3rd. Let's see. Angela, I'll watch this tomorrow with planner in front of me. Sundays are my planner days. Okay. Tomorrow, oh, thank you for the reminder. Tomorrow I'm on live, 2 sessions, 3 p.m. Eastern for our writing sprints and 6 p.m. Eastern for our weekly planning session. Let's see. Rita, I discovered the highlighter feature in the PDF. Special events are now color-coded. Ooh, love that. Angela, yeah, I'm hoping to focus next Saturday too. Well, at least the first 2 weeks of July, Bob will be on the boat. Then I'm traveling either the 3rd or 4th week. Oh, very cool. Cool. Yes. I reminded my daughter to use that the other day when she was assessing, working through a project she was doing for school. And I'm like, okay, hold on a second. Before she had basically taken her chunks of notes and then she had to put it into an essay style. And I'm like, hold on, you've got good stuff here. But take a moment, take a step back, and make sure that you actually keep the things that you need to keep. And you can highlight any of the things that are kind of redundant or just don't sound right anymore. And then that way you can keep the meat of it. And she enjoyed the process, so it worked. So I highly recommend. Oops. Over there. Okay, guys. So our commitment statement. I will make myself a priority and follow through and give myself the time I need to make progress on the projects that matter to me. This is my new mantra. Make sure that you're putting in the time, you're protecting that time for the things that matter to you. I also gave you guys a new quote for this month. You can't wait for inspiration. You have to go after it with a club. I've always loved that one. Jack London. That is just such a powerful reminder that you have to go after what you want. You have to protect it. You have to be determined to make it happen because it's not going to happen otherwise. So that's a perfect one to leap into the special world. This is all about getting down and figuring out what our goals look like, what our protected time is going to look like, protected time is one of the things we use in our weekly planning to really figure out what we're going to do each week. And this is sort of that bigger picture. This is that slight step back of what do we want to achieve in the month of July. So these are our goals. These are our pieces of our goals, right? So we're going to use that beautiful little midsection there. First column is goals, the I must statement. We'll probably only get through a couple of these on the live, but then please go back and use the replay so you can get through all of them. Okay, guys. So the first thing to consider is your goals pyramid. You have one big goal, 1 to 2 medium goals, and 2 to 3 small goals. 6 goals total, 6 areas that will take you closer to your dream life. You're going to name each goal area. You'll find 6 slots in the next 2 pages of the template for that. And the I must statement, which is one that I absolutely love, is for those 1 to 6 goals areas for the month. And the statement is, I must name the goal. Otherwise, what's at stake? What are you going to miss out on? What is going to go wrong? What are you going to kick yourself for? That's usually what it is. You figure, I mean, how many of us have wanted to do something and we put it off, we put it off, we put it off. We let fear own us. And then it rolls around and we miss it. And we miss that opportunity. And you just name that thing that you are going to miss out on, right? That feeling, that experience, that's what we want to name here. So example I have here is I must make healthy choices. Otherwise, I won't have the energy and focus to accomplish my other goals. When we're not healthy, when we're making poor choices for our bodies and our health, we are not going to be able to sustain a good quality life. It's that simple. And there are goals that we want to achieve. It feels like we're taking time away from that, but it isn't, because what we're doing is giving ourselves time. We're going to have less sick days. We're going to have less unfocused days. We are going to feel happier and healthier and better, and that is going to contribute to everything else that we try to do. So let's take a quick 2-minute timer, and I always make my big goal health because I know the amount of time that it takes. For me, health is a very large goal. It is my physical health, which is everything that I eat and my physical activities that I take in, my movements, everything that I'm doing to be kinder and healthier to my body, getting the exercise in that I need. There's also the mental aspect to it, which is taking calm moments. I don't really do meditation, but I do take moments to just kind of recenter myself and just calm down and bring it all down back into focus. Planning is part of your mental health. When you plan, you are less stressed, guys. You know what's coming at you. You don't miss important things. you don't miss the semi-important things. Things don't slip by because you know what's coming. So you're less stressed. You're more centered and focused. And then there's also the growth aspect of it, where you're journaling and thinking about the future, thinking about what you need, thinking about getting all the negative, bad things out of your head so you can move past and get into the good stuff. I highly recommend journaling. So my health goal is my number one goal because it encompasses a lot that supports me in all the other aspects of my life. All right, guys, let's take a couple of minutes and let's figure out our, like I said, you'll probably get one or two and you'll have to do a repeat, guys. And go. You guys might find this one interesting. I pulled back one of my small goals and I replaced it with buffer. Because I must not schedule so much that I don't have room to pivot. This time allows for mistakes and illness and sorry, I wrote that wrong. Underestimating and underestimating my time, because often we think things will take less time than we think, right? So this is my buffer, like building right on into my plan. It's a tiny little piece. It's only like 5% of the plan, but it allows me to have that wiggle room, right? And underestimating. Otherwise, I may end up in burnout. I have felt close to burnout a few times in the last few months because I knew that I was taking on a little too much and I was not considering that I needed that little bit more. I had the self-care element, but I didn't have the in-between, that undefined time. So that's one of the ones I have added recently. And the other one that is my developmental editing business, is getting those first steps in there. I've taken the courses that I wish to take. There's more that I want to take, but I've taken a core amount that I'm very happy with, and I'm ready. So now I am looking at taking on my first clients, creating a website, getting some job postings up, and just taking those first steps. And I'm so ready, guys. Okay, guys, let's. What did you guys come up with? What is your favorite goal so far that you have defined? My personal one is still always going to be that health one, simply because I know when I take care of my body and I make better choices, I feel so much better, guys. I do. Okay, we are going to dive on in to the map, which is just kind of a fancy way of saying, where are we right now? We have to know where we're starting from. So this is, what have you accomplished so far? Like, where are you standing with these different goals? That way you can, you can see, we're looking to basically fill the gap and figure out where we want to, we want to see where we are right now. No judgment. It doesn't matter. We just want to note down things of where we are. Whether or not we're happy with them doesn't matter. That's not even part of the equation. We just want to take our laundry list of where we're at. And then we're going to figure out where we want to be. And then we're going to figure out that middle, right? Let's see. Mary, I must have fun with my writing. Otherwise, I won't do it. And I'll feel bad about not doing it. So true. Rita, I need a break from there. So for the month of July, I'm switching to revising, which is a solace. Very nice. All right, guys. So, checking the map. What have you accomplished so far? What projects have you tried? I say this because sometimes we start something and we really think it's going to be right for us, but not everything we start is going to work for us. And that is okay. As long as we're not swapping just because it got difficult, but legitimately didn't work out. Those are okay, right? And what have you learned this month about yourself and your process? Let's see. Angela, sounds like a plan. Read it. Yes. I'm going to finish book 2. Determine. Got this on. All right, guys. So, and be honest. Did you take any detours? It happens. It's okay, guys. It happens. Go off on any tangents. It happens. I know how to do those. Usually they happen in the form of our planning, and I get in the mood to start playing with the templates. And suddenly you guys have a new template, and I spent time that I probably shouldn't have, although it works for us in the end. So I always felt a little bit of guilty for doing that, but at the same time, I love when we have a template that really helps engage us and helps us to break down our plans and make it easier for us to do so. What things did we stop doing that usually work for us? We all do that. We decide that we'll try the new and shiny, but we have things that we know work for us. We want to make sure we think about that and keep that. So don't beat yourself up. Just note these things so you are aware of them. So let's take a quick 2 minutes and we will figure out where we are standing right now, the things that we can say that we've accomplished, the things we've learned about ourselves, and go. Which project? Oops. Okay. The only one that I feel like I want to put more down on is my writing, but I think it's because the challenge I was doing just sums it up in my head, and I feel like I should be putting more details down, but I know in my head what that meant. The 90-91 challenge, 90 days, 90 minutes, and one project. And I feel like I want to put more details, and I may go back and actually put a few more, but I like that I can sum that up in my head so clearly, and it was an excellent experience, guys. What did you come up with? My health goals. I'm working on HB90. I gotta get more of that done. I took a slightly different approach this time. I've been journaling more about it. And then as I make decisions, kind of pull those out and then put them in a different place. But by journaling through, I'm actually able to really see like what it is that really matters to me and what steps I want to take. Angela, I'd love to hear more on that 90-day, 90-minute thing. It is Sarah Cahill. We're just wrapping it up. Actually, today is the last day, the 90-day. I do want to do it again, though. She wants to do it again. So at some point, hopefully we can manage to coordinate something. That would be so cool. I'd love that. And we did 90 days of writing our writing projects. One of the caveats of the original plan is it's supposed to be the first thing of the day. Face it, life, right? So it didn't always happen as that, but we did get to come together, and she ran a live stream every day for 90 days. And we got so much work together, and we had this great sense of a community and accountability. It was nice. So it's 90 days, 90 minutes per day, and one project. Technically supposed to be the first thing that you do in the morning, or the first thing in the day, but of course there's wiggle room for that. Definitely try it. I am debating on doing another one for the next 3 months, but I don't think it can be the project that I just did, because I think I need to do something a little different now. So I haven't quite decided. I got another 2 days. I get to decide if I'm going to do this or not. Let's see. Rita, I'm having some difficulty with the goals this month. Beside writing witches, family time, and setting up HB90 for the third quarter. Those are pretty good. And of course, the health, planning, and self-care. I love that. Angela, let me know if you need to brainstorm, Rita. I have a chatty room we can use. Oh, very cool. Thank you from Angela, or to Angela, I should say. Sorry. Angela, my brain doesn't focus for writing first thing in the morning. I'm more late afternoon brain. Hey, and that's perfectly fine. There were days, I'm not kidding you, when those busy days, when we were running around, I ended up doing my writing at like 1 a.m. So it's okay. It still happened. I didn't break the chain. I wrote every day for 90 days. It's fantastic. And, and I did not always get that first thing, right? Kat, hey, just briefly checking in. She is doing day 90 day. I know. All right, guys, let's dive on into our next step, which is the journey. The journey is what we're going to do over the next 4 to 5 weeks to fulfill what we want to do, to have accomplished by July 31st. Let's see. Actually, sometimes knowing when your best time is makes all the difference. It's so true. I agree completely. All right, guys. So the journey, how are you going to get there? What do you hope to accomplish in the next 4 to 5 weeks? What projects will move you forward? What portion do you think you can accomplish in the following weeks? How will you support this goal? What strategies will you implement? Let's see. Mary, I've done some journaling. I made notes on OneNote and on paper, and I've been listening to music more. No actual writing yet, but I count writing related activities. Of course, yes. And there's a brainstorming stage that has to happen, so that is perfectly fine. All right, guys, so let's take a quick 2 minutes, and we're going to use that second column and just break down some of the things that we want to accomplish in July. And don't worry about trimming the back right now. Just figure out, get them down, because there's room, of course, to finesse this plan, right? And begin. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I have two things that are under I'm going to have to do some research on both of these, I think, because I do not really know much about that. So I need to research those. There. I was able to take a quick overview of my streaming days as well, which is nice to have written out. And the question is, a conflict I see potentially is right here. That might not be able to happen. So this is why we also plan like this, is so we can see potential conflicts that are coming up. I may have to wiggle something around there to make that one happen. I just underlined it for now so that I know that I have to come back and see. I might not be able to make a decision about it right now. I may have to get closer to that date. I'll need more data to be able to make that happen. So what do you have planned for this month that you're most excited for? I have one that the 9091 project ballad. I get to start the editing process. I get to do the first read through, and I'm excited to take notes and see what I actually have there. It's steered away from the outline, not entirely, but in some fundamental ways that I'm going to have to choose which ways I want to have it. I wrote the scenes randomly out of order, pulling little slips of from the outline. So it'll be interesting to see. I know I'm looking at reading a hot mess, But in some ways, the messier something is, the easier it is to fix it. If it's nearly there, that's harder to break down. When it's a hot mess, I could dive in and just make it better. All right, guys. So, the wonders. This is the destination, guys. This is, you think about when you travel and you get home and you get to go through and see all the photos of all the amazing places that you got to see and explore, and you have that evidence of joy of everything that you got to achieve in that time, everything that you got to experience. That's what we're kind of looking for here, is we're looking to have that destination. What does July 31st look like? What have you accomplished? Just, and think about it, because you have 31 days. And honestly, we don't have 31 days. Of course, we have other things that are going to stop us, but we have the potential for 31 days of just working toward our goals and our dreams, right? Hey, Ashley, how's it going, hon? Let's see, Mary, I plan to start new drafts, make backups of all the files I have, and to archive the old ones and update my Pinterest boards. I also want to make a new writing playlist. Sweet. Okay, guys, so for this one, this is a scrapbook of your journey. How will this move you closer to your goals and next steps? Because we always want to think in terms of the chain of what we're working toward. What steps need to be completed to be able to move forward to the next set of steps? And what will have changed? What will you have in your hand? How will you be different? What will you have tried in your process that will be different, right? What will you have kept because you know it works for you? What will you have reclaimed because you know it works for you in terms of your process? Angela, remember to break those all down. Mary, don't drown. Exactly. Good point. Okay, guys, let's take 2 minutes and figure out what our scrapbook looks like at the end of 31 days. What are going to be our highlights, right? And go. Okay. One I put down there to remind myself is that I'm going to have my HP90 Q3 30-day milestones checked off. There's a relationship between those two plans. This plan, my monthly plan, and my quarterly plan, that I want to make sure that I am bringing the two together. That's important to me. Also, virtual writing retreat. I'm going in with a plan this time. Often I just think in terms of my own sprinting times, but I want to go in and actually have a full plan and try to get some really big numbers throughout that and really take advantage of it. It's been a while since I really deep dived into a virtual writing retreat, usually because life got in the way and decided that there was other things that I needed to do. I'm hoping that all the other things that need to be done don't happen in July because I want to enjoy it. Let's see. Married Angela. Oh, absolutely. My ultimate goal is to have fun no matter if I get any writing done or not. Beautiful. There you go, Mary. Life is short. To have fun first. Yes, I agree. Okay, next workshop is starting, so I have to ditch. I'll come back to this replay tomorrow, Tracy, and try to remember your lives too. Hugs all. Thank you, hon. Hope you enjoy your next workshop. Okay, guys, we are going to dive on into my favorite part. The itinerary. I love the itinerary. I love that this just maps it all out for us and gives us a full visual plan on one page. I like to actually put it up on the wall, and that way as I look, I can see exactly what I need to do week by week. So what I'm talking about is this lovely little piece of paper here. And it literally allows us to map out each and every week. I didn't put lines down because not everyone's going to have the same number. Not everyone's going to have 6 goals. So just visualize columns. You can get a ruler out and put lines down yourself if you want to separate. I just sort of write them in their own little spaces and then down the page. Okay, guys, so start with the destination in mind. You're going to work backward from what you want to have accomplished and break down the steps you need to take and how much you can accomplish per week. And remember, as with all of our planning, this is kind of our first draft. So some things we're going to get right, some things we're not, and we're allowed to make adjustments, guys. Don't ever hold yourself to a plan that is hurting you. Life steps in sometimes, and the time that we thought we had may end up being taken away, some of it. So you just adjust it, and then you do a little bit less, but you still work towards your goals, right, guys? So what that may look like, this is an example for outlining a novel. You would start with wanting week 5 to be editing the outline. So of course you're going to have to break down, you're going to have an outline in order to edit it. So you're going to, for week 4, you're going to outline Act 3. You're going to, for week 3, you're going to outline the second half of Act 2, the first half for week 2, and then the first act for week 1. And then you know that you have those little tiny steps that you need to take in between, and you get to polish it as well. Okay, guys, let's take our 2-minute timer and start breaking down our tasks to what we hope we can create. And yeah, and start with week 5 always, and then you can break it down and work backward. Okay, guys, let's proceed and go. Okay, so this one. Give me 1 second just to correct that. Okay, what did you guys come up with? I got down my health goal, which is, there's so many parts of my health goal. It takes a bit to write that one out. It's actually easier to write everybody else. But I think I have a good solid plan. I have my question mark next to the 21st, which is where I may end up with troubles with planning. And the other is well defined, and some of it is easy. Oh, actually, I have to add one more. That one there. Oops, there we go. Come on, say nice. Oh no. I will have to correct that after, I guess. There. Okay. Angela is out of here. All right, guys. So, enjoy the journey. Complete your plan. Repeat the steps until you have figured out what each goal looks like for the month. Going forward, use this plan to find each week and adjust as needed. And most of all, take time to enjoy the journey. Mary, I'll have to do some more breaking down on my own. I got interrupted during the timer. That's okay, hon. It happens. Okay, guys, please go back and repeat the steps until you have your completed plan. And I hope you guys have an amazing July. I will see you guys tomorrow for our writing sprints at 3 p.m. Eastern and our Plan With Me weekly at 6 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys. It's been awesome. I feel like I am in a good place. I have to go through just like you guys and rinse and repeat until I get the whole plan worked out. But I'm really excited. I like how I have everything broken down, and I think that July is going to be relaxing because I have that buffer time built in there, but I can also have time to think about some of the things that I've been wanting to do. I have a couple projects that I want to start working on that I'm really excited for. And getting to edit my new book. That I'm excited for us too. So July is going to be awesome. And I have to remind myself that there's only so much time to do what I want to do, and I can't do everything. So taking time to think about the pieces that matter most right now that I want to work on is going to save me a lot of stress. Let's see, Rita. You are so welcome, hon. Time for a break. Yes, I am going to actually take a wee little break, and then I'm going to jump on to our last 9091 stream with Sarah Cahill and go and hang out with her. It's been, like I said, it's been an awesome challenge. I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to spend the last day of it with her and everyone else that has been doing it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been awesome. Please don't put your planning stuff aside too long. Get back to it and make sure you have a solid plan for July. Thank you guys. I will see you on the AWC stuff as well. And for sure, I will see you guys tomorrow on my channel. Bye guys. Thank you.